And I just immediately like had this feeling of like, I don't want to be like other horny people in the store. Like I was like, I didn't want him to know that I was
that you were
nervous.
Horny.
No.
Oh. He can't know that I'm secretly so horny. Hi, welcome back to Not For Everyone. We're an existential commentary podcast hosted by a hater and a lover. The hater needs to be more on screen, so I'm gonna go like those. We kind of look like twins.
Yeah, we do.
Do we not?
Wait, this is so much visual content for our podcast.
Okay, hi, we're on YouTube. We're in the same room. That's why this is happening.
Yeah, very rare occasion that we get to record session number 2 in the same room.
Yeah. And yeah, I'm in DC. I was surprising my mom for her birthday. She doesn't cry. She's not a crier. I don't know where I got that in my family, but she was very touched and it was very worth it. So yeah, I try to come here as much as I can to sit on your couch and just feel cozy.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It's so sweet.
Yeah.
We're going out later tonight with Prince Abby.
We're all gonna wear the same pants.
Are we?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we all have the same pants and we're gonna wear them.
I saw something happening in the text chain about pants. I was like, there's no time. I can't catch up. But whatever it is, someone will let me know what I need to wear.
We all have the same Madewell pants and we will all be wearing them. I'm wearing a pink jumpsuit right now, which is very cute, I must say.
Agree.
And I will be changing into the pants because the prince demanded it. And that's how the monarchy works.
That's the monarchy.
Yeah.
Okay,
I can't wait.
How
are you, babes?
I'm so good.
Yeah.
What am I? I'm a little sleepy. I've had one of those weeks where first of all, I'm accomplishing nothing, but I felt very busy. I don't feel like I'm keeping up with anything.
Right.
But I have nothing to show for myself.
I know those weeks.
Yeah.
Those are healthy weeks, I would say.
Interesting thing to say.
Yeah.
Go on.
I think it's healthy to just do nothing and produce nothing sometimes. You don't have to produce anything, you just have to be.
Yeah, but I don't feel like I'm chilling. I feel like I'm drowning, but I'm drowning. Usually I say, almost every week I'm drowning, first of all. And usually I'm drowning because, the workload is too much. But this time I'm drowning just because I'm in the water and I refuse to kick. I'm doing nothing.
You're choosing it.
I'm choosing
Does that feel better? I love choice. I love choice. I said that at the gym the other day. My trainer has started to do this thing where he kind of gives us a choose your own adventure. He's like, do you want to do 2 rounds of this part of the workout or 2 rounds of this part of the workout?
That's a tactic to use with toddlers when when they don't want to take a nap, and so you give them 2 bad options. You say, do you want to clean up your room or do you want to take a nap? And then they feel like they're choosing the nap.
That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah. And I literally said, I love this new choose your own adventure thing, Holden. I love choice. And then everyone thought I was making a statement on abortion, which I was. So
I was. Blacked it.
Yo, I have so many notes from whatever the fuck this last 2 weeks
Thank God.
since recording.
Because we took the week off. In that time, as I've said, I took the time to do nothing. I have no notes. I have almost nothing to say.
Perfect.
Great.
That's the way I like you. Just bare bones. I do think that some people thought we went on vacation together because of what I posted on Instagram. If you don't follow us on Instagram, Not For Everyone Pod, number 4 is in there. I posted this postcard. I've been getting really into the AI generated photography and art stuff.
What tools are you using?
So I use Dolly, which I learned from you did a video where you showed us
Milkmaids
DJing.
Milkmaids DJing.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to give a quick shout out to that. If you watch the bathroom makeover on YouTube, I did a little art project where I just spent a bunch of money on an AI image generator, making hundreds and hundreds of images of Milkmaids DJing.
Oh, so you spent $30.
No. You can do 115 images for free, and then you have to start paying. I paid a lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. It was days and days
of perfecting it.
Of perfecting Milkmaids DJing. I couldn't even show them all in the video. But then there's this funny semi-separation between the podcast audience who knows about what is DJ and the YouTube audience. I just never brought it up on YouTube because I want to protect if you know, you know. If you're in the podcast, and then I get a few comments on that video that were what is DJ? And
I love it. I was wondering.
I loved those comments.
I noticed all of this. As an avid YouTube watcher of yours, I noticed oh, she's purposely not saying everything about the DJ backstory because there are certain things that are just for the kooks.
If you don't show up, to the pod to kook, then I'm not going to tell you what you missed.
No, absolutely not.
You got to show up to kook.
You have the option, and they had an extra week to come listen if they wanted to. I hope they did. Yeah, people thought we went on vacation together because I generated this like postcard of us frolicking in front of like a beautiful Hawaiian landscape, and we did not. We will one day.
We didn't?
But no.
Oh, okay.
We didn't.
What have I been doing?
We've been on a remote vacation together where we just text and we're like, hey, did you like wake up today? Okay, talk to you in 2 weeks.
Right before Jess came over this afternoon, I was like, what were you texting me? Telling me something about pants, something cute.
Yeah.
And I was like, I gotta go masturbate real quick.
You did.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was very time sensitive.
As you seemed flustered when I came in.
It was an emergency, not an emergency. I seemed flustered.
A little hot.
It was an emergency, not in the way of like if I don't jerk off right now, I'm gonna come in the middle of my living room. But just like I was feeling so worked up, and I didn't want to go because we're going out later tonight, and I didn't want to go out horny.
Masturbation is like a relaxation, calming technique for sure.
Self-soothe.
It's self-soothing. It's like things are pent up, whether it's horniness. There has to be some horniness, but there's also like, I feel like it's a stress relief to masturbate.
Violence, yeah.
Violence. It's like there's pent up shit. I totally understood what you meant by that text, emergency masturbation. I was like, this happens.
It's an emergency.
Definitely happens.
Like, you gotta stop texting me for a minute. I gotta go.
I know. And I was like, I love that this is time sensitive because I feel like that makes it better. I feel like it makes sex better too, actually.
And then you were like, I'm happy to contribute because it was time sensitive. I'm happy. Or you're like, love a time pressured masturbation sesh, and then you're like happy to contribute, and I was like, wow, Jess is kind of getting me off in this moment.
I'm part of it. I have to be part of everything. That's a disease that I have. I have to be part of everything.
Why did I bring that up? Oh, I think I was just talking about texting each other updates.
Yeah.
That was my update for you.
I'll let you know next time I do a time pressure.
Ooh, yeah.
Mast session.
Yeah. Or if you feel like you have too much time at your leisure, let me know, and I can come up with something to time box you.
Oh, anything?
Yeah.
Like a cooking challenge.
Wait, what?
Do you mean a masturbation related thing or anything?
No, not something you have to do to yourself, but I think I'll be like...
A cooking challenge.
I'll be like, fine, you have to call me in 20 minutes. We have a meeting in 20 minutes.
Okay, meetings. Yeah. Got it. No, I thought you were going to set up like a chopped challenge for me. That's the first thing my head went to. Like, oh, you have too much time? Go to your pantry and find like flour and chocolate chips and like sardines. I don't keep those in my pantry.
And then masturbate?
And make a meal. No, wait, nothing to do with masturbation.
You're a real freak. Jess.
I don't know. I am coming in with a lot of weird energy today.
Totally.
We didn't go on a vacation together was the point of that. Okay. Check that off my list of things to talk about.
Is that something you wanted to talk about?
Yeah. Okay. I have a really random question.
Okay. Sounds weird.
You're gonna know, it's gonna be a yes or no based on this very vague question, and either you're gonna know what I'm talking about or you're not.
I've never given a yes or no answer in my life. Try me.
Do you play the game?
No. I don't know what that is.
Okay. So there's a game that I play, and now by telling you, you're gonna start playing, and everybody's gonna start playing.
Fuck.
It's a game that you play in your head.
Okay.
The only rule of the game.
Okay, I do know.
You do play the game.
No, I don't fucking play the game. I've heard of the game.
How did you get out of it? I've been trapped in this for 20 years.
Because there's so much mayhem in my mind. Anything can get lost in there.
So you truly forget that you're playing the game.
I truly forgot. I'm not playing the game. Yeah, I truly forget.
Okay.
Okay, so explain the rules of the game.
Okay.
Explain the rules of the game.
The only rule of the game is that you can't remember that you're playing the game. And as soon as you remember, you lost.
So I'm always winning.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I have heard of this game. Yeah, so I completely forgot.
Okay. I play the game too. I remember like a few times a year. My best friend Kai and I will text each other when we remember to ruin it for the other person.
I fucking hate this.
It's a nightmare. It's torture.
Yeah, I hate this.
That's
I hate
self-inflicted.
I hate this.
Well, welcome back. You just lost because I reminded you, and it resets. In time. When you forget again, it resets, and then you're playing it again, and then you'll remember in like 6 months, and you'll text me.
Infinite opportunities to lose at something, basically. Why would you engage in this?
I don't know. I started playing in high school,
But you could
or middle
also,
school even.
But you're acting like there's no way out. Like you.
No, there's no way out,
you
Caroline.
You can just decide that this isn't a game. And,
I can't.
And when you think of it, it's just like a thought you have, and it's not a fucking game.
No, I can't do that. No, I don't know how that would work. I truly see no way out.
A few seconds ago, you said you love choice. I feel like there's a choice here.
I just wanted to check because I ask people when I remember it, and I'm like with other people. Right. I ask them.
Yeah.
Do you also play this? And I get a mixed bag. I feel like the only people I've met who play it are from this area.
And when you say met who play it, is like who know about it?
Yeah, who know about it, but I feel if you know about it, you're playing it.
Okay. Respectfully, it's asinine. Respectfully.
I know. It's just one of those like boyish. It's like, you know David Dobrik?
I do.
I feel like it's that type of guy that lives within each of us. There's a different percentage.
In each of us, there's a tiny David Dobrik.
There's a tiny David Dobrik.
Fucking annoying the shit out of you.
Little, like, prankster guy who's like, haha, if you remember you're playing the game, then you lose. And that is in me, like, 5%.
Nasty.
And that's the part of me that's, like, trapped in this forever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't have to be, I guess. That's choice.
I think I do choice my way out of it. All right, next bullet point.
Check that off the list. Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, I have like a little anecdote. A little silly thing.
Tell us about it.
I went to... This episode is immediately feeling a little PG-13. I'm going to say. This is a little PG-13.
Masturbation right up top.
Yeah, I've just been having a sexy week. But I went a week ago to replace my sex toys,
I'm so excited.
Which I hadn't done in like a long time. They were like, I don't know how embarrassing this is, but like things were broken,
right,
and like falling apart. And I was just like,
how long do you think it had been?
Several years.
Okay,
I feel like that's not good.
Okay, no, I don't know what's normal. I replaced mine.
Don't.
Not that. I don't know.
Yeah.
Every couple years.
Let's just say something was supposed to... I don't know.
They're just not working.
Yeah, it was like falling apart.
And were you using them broken still?
Totally.
Okay.
Gets the job done.
So did you go to a shop?
So I went to a sex shop, and for some reason when I walked in there, first of all, like, I don't know about like how chill the rest of y'all are, but I'm not. And I walked in immediately nervous, of course, which I kind of feel like most people are in a sex shop. And I'm not like so fucking liberated. I'm a prisoner to my body, obviously.
Sure.
I'm not
a prisoner to the game.
Yeah, to the game. Different games we play. Not fucking liberated.
I get it.
As soon as I walked into the sex shop and felt so nervous, I immediately, like, my second thought was like, oh, I don't want to be like everybody else. And I was like, and then I wanted so hard to act chill and act cool when I went to like interact with the sweet, you know, little gay man. He was very small, behind the counter of the sex shop to talk to him about like different toys and whatever. I needed some guidance. And I just immediately like had this feeling of like, I don't want to be like other horny people in this store. Like, I was like, I didn't want him to know that I was
that you were
nervous.
Horny. No. He can't know that I'm secretly so horny.
I didn't want him to know that I was square. I wanted him to think I was a real pervert.
Okay.
Yeah, I was like, I don't want to be seen, because I can only imagine. What you're saying. You know when you work, I don't know if you ever worked retail or like in a restaurant or something, and like you see hundreds of people, customers, whatever it is, coming in every day, and like everybody acts the same and everybody thinks they're special. And you're just like, yup, it's like this person again, or like everybody comes into the I just had this vision of like them behind the counter being like, yeah, everyone who comes into the sex shop, like first they like try not to look at those dildos, and then like they make a comment about this thing, and then they giggle about that, and like, you know what, everyone's jerking off, just be chill about it. And I wanted to just be the chill person.
Okay.
And which was so immediately stupid. First of all,
as soon as you're going in with an identity that you're gonna play, not chill at all.
Yeah, a completely false identity of who I am as I buy sex toys.
Okay, be this way.
Yeah,
like, that's never a good start, but okay.
No, I immediately was just like, I just want him to think I'm a chill pervert instead of like a fucking nervous whatever. And then continue to have, and then, you know, I was like talking to him about toys and trying to feel like all like unbothered and like, well, I just do this every day, just like you do. We both just do this, talk about this every day.
You know what I mean.
You know.
Kevin.
And in the meanwhile, he's talking to me about like, well, this one's a clit sucker. And I was just trying to be so chill.
Yeah.
But I wasn't. And I was like, oh. Tell me more.
What's that mean? What's the clit? Where is that? Did you come out with some goods?
Yeah,
anything that you branched out on, or did you like? Was the goal to be chill and be kinky, and be chill about being kinky, or was the goal to be chill and also still get like your square stuff you always get? Do you know what I'm saying?
I don't want to give too many of my secrets away.
Okay, fine.
I'm gonna keep some stuff close to the chest.
That's fine. That's fine.
That's how chill I am. But really, I needed just replacements. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I couldn't decide, so I went with 2. Immediately hated one, and so it's dead to me. And the other is fun. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
I have two go-tos, and they're pretty standard, I would think.
Yeah.
And I don't really like one of them either.
Right.
I really just go to the other one.
But you sometimes use the one you don't like?
No, I like haven't used it since the first or second time.
But you just let it sit there on the shelf and look at you?
It just sits there, and it's like, if other people ask what I have, I can be like, I have 2.
Yeah.
Not just one.
I'm a chill pervert.
I'm a chill pervert. Yeah, so I do understand. I do relate.
Wait, what was the second thing?
Okay, so I don't mind telling.
If you want to tell.
Yeah. So the second thing is one of the ones that's like just for the clit, and it's like really small, and it kind of looks like
what's it called? A bullet.
It looks like a bullet.
The fucking, why are they calling it a bullet? Shoot me in the clit.
Yeah, right.
Why?
You're so right.
Don't like it.
Yeah, it's a
Makes
bullet,
me feel
and
like
it kind of looks like
it.
It kind of like comes to a point and has like a weird pad on it, like a finger.
Yeah, that
like
was what
that
was what the clit sucker looks like.
Okay, it does not do any sucking. I've been curious about those, but I don't have one.
Okay.
So
it's just like a little toothbrush.
This thing doesn't do anything for me. The speeds are wrong.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
It's like not enough surface area or something.
Never is. I just thought. First of all, some of these sex toys, I'm like, where is my clit supposed to be?
Right.
That's not where it is.
That's what I'm saying.
The
shape.
In the shape. I thought you were gonna say the shame. The shame of the shape of it. I was like, the shame of the shape. Why is that where it is for some people?
Well, like the ones that have the bunny ears, I never understand.
Where the fuck do you think the clit is?
They're flying way above where my body
and
is.
Splitting it, and the target's very narrow.
It's just like the top of my vulva at that point.
I feel like I'm standing at a dartboard and someone's like, a little bunny is hammering away at like a corner on like the bottom right wall completely off of the dartboard.
It just is one of those little toys that like you
Lined up.
twist, and then it just runs into a corner and like keeps running into that corner. The wrong corner.
But that continues to be one of the best sellers, as told me by Sweet Little Man Clerk.
I don't get it. I think that's what's fed to us, like by the media, I don't know,
by
on movies,
Big
where
Rabbit, Big Rabbit lobby.
Yeah, by Bugs Bunny himself. And
first of all, Bugs Bunny was so hot. Did you have a big crush on Bugs Bunny?
Absolutely not.
Okay. What? I always thought Bugs Bunny was really hot.
Oh, my crush was, I think I've talked about this, Max Goof. My cartoon
Goofy?
crush. Yeah, Goofy's son.
His son, okay?
He's kind of sexy.
I thought you were calling Goofy by like his Christian name. Max Goof?
No, my cartoon crush was Max Goof. My original one was Aladdin, which no one can debate, like sexiest guy.
Not for me at all.
Are you kidding?
Too
the best?
Sweet, too sweet. No.
Oh,
listen,
sweet. He's too sweet.
It's gonna be who was that like little ghost boy that used to be on Disney Channel? Danny
Casper?
No, Danny. Okay, wait. Cartoon. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
Danny, not Danny DeVito. Danny Cartoon Network. Okay. Danny Phantom.
That guy's hot.
Fucking that guy's hot. First of all, that guy's like 12, probably.
He has gray hair and
he's
thick
a cartoon.
eyebrows.
Are we
which is a vibe.
Are we pedophiles if he's a cartoon? Yes, actually, I think we are.
What?
I think we are.
Cartoons are hot.
They're
like,
ageless, but I was saying I feel like he's a child. That's like a tween.
Yeah, so is Max Goof. He's a high schooler. But when you were
Max Goof,
but I liked him when I was also that age. It was appropriate.
Bugs Bunny is an adult.
He's ageless.
That is a man.
Stop.
Oh my god.
What is it about him?
He's very deadpan. He's a little mean. He's super suave and sexy.
Okay.
Did I say mean?
I get it. As soon as you said mean, I was like, okay, I understand why she's here. No, I like the sweet, nerdy ones. That's why Max Goof,
Different
Aladdin.
strokes, different strokes.
Like the ones who are just like
Max Goof.
not popular amongst the ladies, but like I would take them in.
So
That's
funny.
the energy for me. Yeah. Where were we before this? Oh, bunny
Big bunny,
dildos.
big bunny.
Bunny vibrators. They don't work.
It actually is what I ended up going with, I will say. But I've been using it a weird way.
Okay, that's the thing.
No more
I use
details.
them.
No more details.
I also use my vibrator, like the traditional wand vibrator, in a weird way.
Yeah.
In multiple weird ways.
Okay. I think we did a good job here. Moving on. What are we doing?
I don't know. Do you want to? I don't feel like talking about anything serious.
No, never.
Okay.
Literally, why would we start now?
I don't know. I just don't want. I just wanted to be clear about that.
Okay.
Ooh, I have a petty complaint.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I also do. I forgot.
Sick.
This is sick. I love when you say sick.
I do it just for you. I actually don't. It like really rolls off my tongue. It's like a habit, a bad habit. Okay.
Wait,
Petty complaint.
Let me cough. Okay.
Petty complaint. Calling things hacks that are not hacks.
Okay. Yeah. I'm in.
Such as
I'm in.
buying storage containers for your bathroom. I saw an Instagram reel where this person was like, I have a hack for you guys. Buy these containers to put your makeup brushes in. I was like, that's what they're fucking for. What? This is not a hack. And I feel like I've seen that in a lot of different forms.
Yeah.
And it makes me angry.
Totally.
Don't try to tell me that you're like opening my world up to something that is commonplace. I don't need to be gaslit.
Right. Yeah.
Today.
Don't mansplain Tupperware to me.
Not today.
What the hell else would it be for?
I know.
I love it. That is a great one that I've not put thought to.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay.
Hate it.
Hate it.
They're dead to me.
There's so much content out there now, and we're part of it. We're part of the problem, I recognize.
Oh.
And we'll continue to be.
Right.
Like, there's no getting rid of us, that's for sure. But I like our content, and I don't like a lot of the other content that's happening. I feel like people are trying to create something out of nothing a lot of the times, and that's one of those examples.
Sure,
You know what
and
I
I
mean?
was going to say specifically, there's certain phrases, like on social media, that are, it's not clickbaity, but it's just more attention grabbing. To say you have a hack, it implies an immediate problem the viewer has that only you have a solution for.
That's correct.
That's why people do the hack.
Yeah, you're correct. You're right. Yeah. And that's true. That's true. But then when it's unsatisfying on the other side of it.
No, I'm not defending it.
No,
I'm
I
saying
know.
you don't have a good idea.
But
so
that's
you
the
shouldn't have made a
problem.
video.
It's like they got your attention because they said hack.
That's
and you're
what-
like, oh, okay, well, I'm in.
Right.
And then you watch the whole video, which is exactly what they wanted. And you didn't get anything out of it. It's just a nightmare. And
pretty
it's
wild.
just what happens every night as I'm falling asleep when I'm scrolling reels for 2 hours.
They really do be getting me. It's crazy how often I watch something and I'm like, dang, they got me again. Like, I really thought there was going to be, they said there was going to be something at the end of there, and I can't believe the stranger on the internet lied to me about there being something at the end.
I trusted you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
What's that?
What? Hey, this is my Auric lip fucking bullshit recommended to me by Alex and Ellie.
It looks really pretty.
It's nice. You want to try? It's like,
Sure.
it's a fucking, what's a word? It's
a balm? A pot?
It's serum. It's a ceramide lip treatment.
I'm so sorry. It's a hack.
I'm so sorry. It's a lip hack. Oh, make sure you're on camera, Kukalot.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, tell me about your petty complaint.
Now that we've buttered up our lips. I don't know how interesting this is, but I am going to make everyone listen to it. I have it's a pet peeve. I think a pet peeve is like, I would like to take action against it more than a petty complaint. Like, I would like to end it, which is when you're in the gym, working out in the gym, people are working out in the gym, other people in the gym are working out, right? We're in the gym. And then you're like going to exit, and maybe there's like stairs that you have to go up or down in order to exit, or some ramp, or like somewhere where it's like you got to be single file, and you know, if there's someone in front of you, you like can't cross in front of them. And fuckers have just busted ass on the treadmill or pumping iron or whatever they've done, and then they walk at a fucking snail's pace on the stairs out of the gym. First of all, I don't walk slowly anywhere. Second of all, something that annoys me when it's a single file thing and I can't pass you, it's unacceptable at any time. it's like offensive to me when people walk slowly on the sidewalk in the street, but at least then you can circumvent them. But something in the gym makes me so much more annoyed about like, couldn't you just like continue the hustle for 10 more seconds?
Push it a little bit longer.
Push it a little bit longer, you fucking pussy. Like I literally, it makes me so mad at them, and I wish them unhealth.
Right.
I wish them less health because of it.
They are getting less health as opposed to if they hustled a little more.
Whatever you just like mustered up out of energy to like run your 3 miles on the treadmill, or like whatever you just did, I hope you don't get any returns on it because you can't fucking walk out the stairs at a normal pace.
I feel that I both agree and I feel attacked.
Okay.
I'm probably one of those people.
Both things can be true.
Well, actually, I will say the gym I go to now, maybe this is why I like it so much. There's no stairs anywhere.
Yeah.
No stairs to be seen. Thank God. So I don't have to deal with that. When I first moved to Chicago, though, a little bit related but tangential. When I first moved to Chicago, I lived in a 3-story walk-up on the top floor. So I would go, and I was doing Orange Theory at the time because I was going through a breakup and not eating and working out all the time.
Hot.
It was hot.
It was hot.
It was, trust me.
Yeah, the weeping.
You can scroll back on my Instagram and see the pics. It was hot.
Okay, wait, we don't endorse.
You're right.
I don't want to say something
That was
toxic.
really bad.
Should we not say that?
No, I think we should leave this in because I think it's a genuine vulnerable moment.
Yeah. I keep looking at your boobs, which is my vulnerable moment.
Thanks.
I keep looking at your vulnerable moments.
We don't endorse, but that happens sometimes, and it's very human to
Also think that way.
enjoy that you're losing weight in those depressed moments, and also be like, this is really unhealthy, and that's not the way it should be. So I'm a lot happier now than I was then, and that's the point of life.
Okay.
We can decide whether to cut this or not. Yeah. Anyway, all I'm saying is I was going to Orange Theory a lot, and I lived in a 3-story walk-up. So I would get back to my apartment from Orange Theory and have to climb up the stairs.
That's brutal.
Brutal.
But also,
it's different because I'm not still in the gym.
You're not still in the gym. There's more separation. It's also several flights of stairs.
Yeah.
I think it's something about like you're still in the gym, and it's like a 10-second climb, and you're like holding up people trying to get out of the gym, and it just makes me disrespect you as an athlete, as a person.
As a friend.
As a friend. I was going to say as a friend. Fucking hate you as an enemy.
I get it. I do get it.
I hate it.
I just can't say definitively, like, yes, 100% sign off on this, because if we ever go to the gym together and that's the setup, like, I can't make any promises.
I'm trying to think.
Depending on the class you take me to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. We've had requests to do workouts together.
Have we?
Someone requested that we film a workout together.
Say, like, do one of these with... I would love to.
It'd be so much fun.
We could probably teach each other, like, different... I feel like we do... No, we do similar things. You like weightlifting, too.
Yeah, I think we would be into similar things.
Yeah. Anyway. Okay.
Yeah, I just really hate them. I don't feel like I've articulated why exactly, but...
Do you need to say more?
No.
I want you to.
We can move on.
I've been wanting to talk about this for a while.
Okay.
It was a DM that we got a while ago, actually, where someone asked our opinion.
Immediately stressed.
It's a really good question.
Oh, okay.
Our opinion on... How was it phrased? It's like...
Checking my hair.
Our take on attending every event your partner goes to with them.
I did see that one.
Yep.
Good question.
Yeah, like, is there a requirement to always go together to something? Or if there isn't, which I don't think there is, how do you say no? How do you get out of it? What's the balance? What's it like when one person's, like, maybe more social and outgoing and extroverted and wants to be out a lot more than the other person? How does the more introverted person say no versus when do they have to, like, you know, bite the bullet and just agree?
Yeah.
Like, what... I know it looks different all the time, but what's your take? High level.
I feel like I have very strong opinions.
Yeah, I felt like, I don't know. For me, I would need more information, obviously, for this specific person. But in a general sense, like, if your partner has a problem with the fact that you're sometimes saying no to going to, like, hang out with their friends with them or, you know, go do a hobby with them or whatever it is, like, and you're asking this question, then there probably is an imbalance and it's probably not a situation that's working for you. So
yeah,
I don't know, you should talk about it and see what each other's expectations are. And if they don't line up, like, maybe it's not the right relationship, or maybe people need to change their expectations. I don't think that there should ever be an expectation that you're, like, showing up to everything together. I don't think either of you should want that. I think if somebody does want that, it's coming from like a deeper
control thing,
insecurity thing. Like, I definitely used to be that way more when I was young and saw how bad it gets, you know, saw how much it actually drives you apart instead of together.
Yeah.
And now it's just so, unappealing to me to think of a relationship being that way.
It actually makes me feel icky, kind of. And I have a friend recently who was sharing how she is really a homebody and her boyfriend is super extroverted and more social. And I was talking to both of them together and they seem to have a very lovely relationship. And she was saying how, like, he invites her out basically most of the time he goes out, saying she's welcome, he'd like her to come if she wants to, knowing also that she is more of a homebody. And she like accepts the invitation maybe 5% of the time. And he was like, yep, that's correct. And like, he extends the invitation and he's fine, respects the fact and the reasons of why she usually says no. And sometimes she comes. And it was really nice to listen to. I was literally speaking to both of them about it. And you could just tell that there was understanding about, like, one of us is more of a homebody. One of us is more social. I would like you to join. You're always welcome. And I'm not going to get mad when you don't.
Yeah.
I thought it was really nice to hear them talk about it. And I've also been on the other end of things where one of my exes never invited me to anything, never wanted me to come anywhere with him. And that was really hurtful because I felt like he was always trying to keep me at arm's distance and like keep me away from people. And so that became a fight because I was like, in his head, he was like, you can't come everywhere with me. I was like, I don't come anywhere with you.
Yeah.
So 2 different ends of the spectrum, but I feel like, I think you're right. Like, if there's a mismatch somewhere, you will have mismatches in whether it's an extroversion, socializing, a hobby, whatever it is. You're just not going to be with someone who's like a match on 100% of things.
Yeah.
But you communicate about it theoretically, I guess, and like trying to understand why. And also, like, you take some losses. Like, maybe you don't end up in a place. I guess communicating doesn't necessarily mean you end up a place where you're both happy with the fact that she doesn't like to socialize as much, but you just like accept that's not a thing I get in this relationship, maybe. Yeah,
it depends on how important it is to you. Like, if that's really a number one most important thing, you really want a partner that's going to go out with you all the time and be at every single social event and like be a part of your group of friends and never miss anything. I would ask you a lot of questions about why that is, but if you're like set and that's what you want, then you're probably not a good match for somebody who's more of a homebody and more introverted, and that's just something you have to deal with. But I think a lot of times a dynamic between a more outgoing, extroverted, social person and a more homebody, introverted person is like a nice balance. That's what my relationship is like. Like, I'm the outgoing, extroverted, social one, and my boyfriend has a much shorter social battery. Like, he likes to be around people. He can chat with people and have a good time, but it's like a couple hours is going to be enough for him. Whereas, like, I'll go 10 hours, like, try me. And so we've found ways where it's like, okay, join us late or leave early or don't come this time, but this time in 2 weeks is actually really important to me. So if you could prioritize that one and things like that,
that's
where like
nice.
You just have to talk about it. And then by the same token, it's also like a nice, refreshing thing for me to have someone that like grounds me a little more and encourages me. Like, if it's a Wednesday, do we have to go out for margs and meet up with people? We can, or I could go alone if he didn't want to, or we could make them at home and chill out and watch Love Island. And like, that's also a welcome energy for me. Like, the balance is helpful sometimes, but you have to, you have to really communicate about it. You have to say, this one time's important to me. You're going to be there. Or this one, you're invited. I think that's really nice what you said about your friend. Like, he always invites her, even if 5% of the time is all she's going to say yes to.
Yeah.
I think always knowing there's an open invite is like a healthy, nice thing in the, not always. Well, if it's a one-on-one
I feel like there's
with your
also,
best friend, maybe not. But
I feel like there's also times where it's important to be like, no, you don't come to this.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
But to like the social gatherings where like everybody's getting together and partners are coming and whatever, like, it's nice to know that you're invited to be there, so that you avoid what you described happened in your relationship where like you were never included. I don't know. It's different for everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, that DM has been on my mind, I guess. I wanted to just have a quick conversation about it because I feel like it's something that people run into, and like, I don't know, our answer to it is not revolutionary, but maybe it's helpful for someone to hear.
I feel like it was, well, at first I really like what you said about if you're the Jess, that you prioritize, okay, but I would really like you to come to this thing if you can.
Yeah.
And I think that sounds like great advice to me. And it actually kind of all was a little mind-blowing when I first heard it. I think coming out of my last relationship, and it was in COVID, and like so many couples in COVID, like we were seeing each other way too much, but it was low quality because we were just at home and together and alone together all the fucking time. And then I was living in Ohio. I like did not have a social circle. I could not make a fucking friend. And he would go out and do something socially, and then I would just like be stuck at home, and he would also never invite me out, whatever. I'm not trying to shit on this guy. It was just like a bad situation for everybody. And there was all this time together, but it was so low quality because we weren't really getting correct solo time. We weren't both getting correct solo friend time.
Yeah.
We weren't both getting like time together with each other's friends. And it was like we were just getting time together, the two of us, and it was like that's like 1 out of 4 dynamics that you need. I feel like
I agree.
And so when I heard it spelled out that way, I was like, wow, yeah, I've been getting maybe like less than, I don't know. It was bad.
It's what fills your cup, right? And like you do need a mix of all those things, and yeah, the ratio is different for everyone, but
what do you feel like your ratio is?
Oh, I've been trying to figure it out because I do think it's been changing. Like just as I get older, and I've talked about this so much on the podcast, like energy is less and time is less, and like the way that I prioritize things in my life is changing. But I feel like I do get energy from being around people, and sometimes if I'm not around people for too long, I like forget that that's who I am. Mm-hmm. And then like the first time that I go out and see people again, I'm like, oh yeah, fucking duh, that's why I've been depressed for the last 2 weeks, because I've just been in my apartment, like in my little hole. So it's something I have to be pretty intentional about, because it's not like in college where you were seeing people all the time and always getting that fix, or like even in my 20s, I feel like it was just natural that I was doing things with people all the time. So I don't know, my ratios, I feel like, I need 1 night a week of alone time.
Okay.
All I need is 1 night.
Make it 6.
Yeah. I need 1 night. And it needs to be good. It needs to be like fucking good. I have no commitments. You know, if I'm alone in my apartment, but I'm giving notes on the podcast edit, that doesn't count.
It's work.
So I need 1 night of like good alone time where I'm not doing anything a week. I need like 1 to 2 nights of me and my partner, just us, in a week. Probably more than that. Yeah, that's a lie. I need 2 to 3 of that. I need 1 to 2 of me and my friends. And then, like, partner plus friends, maybe, like, every other week or something. Or, like, a few times a month. Because that's also harder to coordinate. But it feels good whenever it happens, like a couple weekends ago, and it was so spontaneous. You know how we've been like talking about craving spontaneity and craving group hangs. It just so happened that this one Saturday 2 weeks ago, like all of my friends were going to the same thing, this like block party that one of our favorite bars in Chicago was hosting, but we didn't know that each other were going to it until that day. We texted and we're like, what are you guys doing today? I'm going to be at the Parsons block party. And everyone was like, oh, I'm going to be at the Parsons block party. Oh, I'm going to be. And so like my boyfriend and I showed up. My best friend was already there with 2 other friends.
Nice.
Our 2 other friends came, and it was like the most glorious thing. And that'll like keep me going. Okay. The energy I got from that will keep me going for a while. Like she's it was
wound up.
It was beautiful. So anyway, I don't know if that answers the question.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. What's yours?
That's a good question. I don't have a lot of answers. I don't think I'm getting any of this, but I probably, I want to say like 3 nights alone a week, but I don't think I've gotten that in like 2 years. Like, it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen.
Like when you're not, because you're working probably a lot of those nights.
A lot of social stuff, actually. Yeah. Trying to keep up with people, and I feel like if I don't, fill up the nights, then I'm like out of touch with someone, or I'm slacking on something, or like, it's people I want to see.
Right.
But that's why I got tired of so many like one-on-one things, because I was like, I want to see these people, but I'm just getting no time alone. Now I'm probably getting like 1 night alone, maybe a week, maybe. But it's good. And then I am seeing someone pretty seriously, which I don't know.
We're saying that.
Am I saying it? Yeah.
You said it.
Yeah, I did say it. You're
getting a lot of nights of partner time.
Yes.
I think right now, because especially at the beginning.
And I think I found that I think my max is 3. It's been more than that some weeks, or like almost more than that, and then I needed to like, and then I did end up canceling. Like, even though I really wanted to see him again, I was like, I'm running out. It's not even that and it wasn't about not wanting to see him. I really want to see him. Like, I'm kind of obsessed with this person right now.
Totally.
Like, that's the phase I'm in. But I just needed to like go recenter on the other things in my life. It was like my friend, I was having a meltdown, and my friend Tessa was like, why don't you recenter in your life? And that's exactly what I needed. And so it made me explicitly think, like, I think 3 days or hangs or nights with like a romantic person is my max right now. And then social, if I can have like 3 quality social hangs with friends in a week, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I feel like it's often more than that each week. It's
That's
usually
amazing.
more, but it's not necessarily quality. Sometimes it's rushed, or sometimes it's the catch up, and sometimes whatever. I mean, quality is like, I don't know exactly what I mean by that, but
yeah,
you
can't guarantee quality.
You do some social things just to like as maintenance,
right?
Because you're like, I love you, I want to see you, I don't neglect you, but it doesn't mean you're energized. But it doesn't mean you're both energized and like in the same thing at the same moment. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah.
Love it. There was a question I was going to ask about that, and it left me. I don't know. I do feel like what you just mentioned about what Tessa told you is like spot on. You do have to, it's a constant like
recalibrating.
Recalibrating of like, okay, am I getting the right mix of things? Am I having enough time alone to myself, alone separate from my partner? Because it's so easy to just be like, oh, let's spend all the time together because I love you, I'm obsessed with you, whatever. And like, it's fun, but then by a certain night, it's not that you aren't happy to be with them, but it's just like, I don't have anything to talk about anymore.
Totally.
The excitement's not there anymore.
The excitement, I feel like for me, I'm like so in the throes of excitement right now that like the excitement doesn't go away. I could just like sit around and let's just stare at each other. Let's just stare at each other. But I'm not as full of a person at that point. And I do think, I remember girlfriends being pretty bitchy, honestly, when we were all younger and college age and stuff, when someone would get a boyfriend and like be spending all their time with them, or get a girlfriend, whatever, and be spending all their time obsessively with them, and people were so bitchy about it. How can you be so bitchy about like, but the person who's bitching about it, they would do the same thing when their time came around.
100%.
It's just like, you're not going through it right now. So like, yeah, it's kind of fucking annoying, and literally every human does it when they fall in love. So stop fucking bitching about it. Like, yeah, maybe you see her, I don't know. I'm letting myself off the hook. Like, I'm getting a little obsessive, because I think that's what happens when you are falling in love. And I annoy myself sometimes, and I do things to make sure I'm not dropping everything else in my life. But I'm like a little consumed by something, and that's kind of how it fucking works. And guess what? Like, falling in love is so fucking rare.
Yeah.
How dare you, like, shove it off to just like go like have a more balanced work week? Fuck that. It might never happen in your life. It might happen once, might happen twice. It might never happen to me again.
Totally.
And so I'm fucking enjoying it.
I love that you say that, because I could not agree more, but I also am so hard on myself about that stuff, because I remember like through high school and my 20s, I was I had my first boyfriend when I was 23. Like, I was a late bloomer. I was always the single friend. And it never really, like, bothered me, really. I was just like, oh, it's not really a focus. I'm not really, like, trying to date people. For whatever reason, that's the way I was growing up and through college. And I always felt like I would notice the friends who would get into relationships, like, kind of disappearing, kind of getting obsessed. It never really was something, I at least not outwardly, that I was, like, getting mad at someone about. Because I don't think it's my place.
It is annoying and it is disappointing.
Sure.
And I will feel annoyed too, but it's one thing to have the feeling and it's another to take it out on someone. Like, you should choose me, your friend, who you're going to see every fucking day forever, over the, like, the one, like,
time
love
that you found this person that you're falling in love with. Yeah.
It's totally annoying. I'm not saying it's not annoying.
Right. No, yeah, totally. I would feel that annoyance, and I think it's really normal to feel that annoyance, but I also, like, was smart enough, I guess, to be like, I'm not going to put this on them. Like, whatever. They're enjoying it. But now that I'm older and I've had relationships and I've dated and I've been that person, I am really hard on myself when I see myself doing it. Like, I want to be the person that still doesn't let anything slip, doesn't choose the boy over the friends, doesn't invite the boyfriend to the girls' night and, like, misread the room and, like, do something like that. Like, whatever. And yes, those things are annoying sometimes, and yes, they happen sometimes, and yes, everybody moves on and whatever. It's like, yes.
Yeah. You need to get a perfect score. You got to do it.
Correct.
You want to be the person who falls in love perfectly.
Yes.
And does
and
it
maintains
perfectly.
the friendships perfectly.
And gets a good
has
grade.
the balance perfectly. And has my job perfectly.
It's
and exactly. But I put that pressure on myself, and I think it's probably a common thing because we all, I don't know, we've all, like, seen somebody do it in a way that bothered us. So then we don't want to be the person that does that. But I love that you just say straight out, like, let's fucking free ourselves of this.
I mean, when I say it, it's not something that I'm not struggling with. I also feel that stress a lot. And there's things that, like, I told you before we started recording, I was like, I've disappeared over the last, like, 2 weeks. And next week I need to be, like, more present in my life. Like, I'm like, taking the temperature of, like, how I'm showing up places and, okay, I need to put more intentional time. I need to text that person. I need to call that person. I need to see this person. I'm not just, like, shoving everything off to the side. But I think I'm just giving the statement I made is ultimately what I believe. Even if I can't feel confident in it in every second, I do ultimately believe that. And, you know, you fall in love for a short period of time and then you kind of get over it and then everyone goes back to a more balanced life. Like, there's plenty of time to fucking balance life and see your friends again. It's fine.
Yes.
And, like, I don't know, the important people, I think it comes back to, like, my priority people. I'm still maintaining with my priority people.
Yep.
And, yeah, I feel like I do more pulling away probably from spending all my time in love, really as a defense mechanism, I think. Most of the pulling away I do is because I, like, want to protect myself, and I'm like, I don't want to be so emotionally isolated. I don't want to paint myself into a corner with this thing, which, like, is kind of silly, as if you're going to eliminate risk when falling.
As in, I don't want to tell a bunch of people about this.
No, like,
what do you mean?
Like all my eggs in one basket.
Okay.
Yeah, I think, does that make sense?
I think so.
Yeah, I think the thing that scares me most is, like, putting all your eggs in one basket. Diversified fulfillment. And, like,
right, I see what you're saying.
In this moment, I'm getting a lot of fulfillment from having, like, a really delightful time with a new person. But I don't want to lose the fulfillment of my long-term, substantial friendships, of my work, of caring about my videos, of seeing my family. The ratios are just, like, a little different right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's right. Yeah, it's not just about what friends are gonna perceive is happening, and how, you know, it's much bigger than that. It's like,
I mean, at this age, I really do feel like, I think there's a degree that a mature people need to understand that, like, it's okay, you saw them one less time. Like, if they really don't get that,
to that thing.
If they really don't get that, they're fucking immature narcissistic.
Totally. Well, I actually said to friends just the other day, like, a friend sent a text, like, oh, what are you guys doing later? Do you want to go to this thing? Whatever. And my boyfriend and I had planned that night, like, we're gonna have alone time. It's, like, been a minute since we've been able to kind of just reconnect, the two of us, whatever. And I felt very comfortable and confident to send a text that was like, hey, we're actually planning on just like one-on-one time tonight. Like, this sounds great. I would have loved to come and bring him like a different time, but that's the plan. Mm-hmm. And I felt very good about like where I've gotten to in my life as an adult who like can communicate that to friends.
A+ communication, bitch.
Right? Which, like, I don't owe them anything. I could have just said, no, I'm not coming tonight. But it's, like, my closest friends who I honestly wanted to communicate that to because I want to set a tone of, like, these things are okay. We can share them. Like, that's my priority tonight, and I want you to know. And it's, like, okay that's the way it is. I don't know. It felt like a good growth milestone in this type of,
sounds
category.
Healthy as fuck, bitch.
Thanks. I love being able to tell people, like, hey, I can't come because I'm just having a night alone.
Nice.
I can't come because I'm just unwinding tonight.
Because
like,
I need something else.
That's allowed.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think, like, that was so hard to say 5 years ago.
As opposed to the only thing that was acceptable was saying, like, well, I have another obligation, so I have to go to that. As opposed, it is still hard. I find that very hard. I feel like there's very few friends I feel comfortable doing it with still. It's a new thing to be able to be like, I just want to cancel.
Yep. I just don't. It's not about you, but I need to stay home
Please,
and do nothing.
I have an appointment to stare at the wall tonight.
Right.
That's so many nights.
It's gonna be the best.
I literally have to look at the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's my obligation.
And I'm gonna be better. It just always comes back to, like, I don't know. I'm probably not gonna be a good friend to hang out with tonight because I don't have this thing that I need, which is like alone time to unwind and decompress and stare at the wall.
Low quality.
I'll be a better friend next week after I've gotten a chance to do that. And we'll have a better dinner.
Sometimes I'm worse after I look at the wall.
That's true. I'm like, oh, what are my notes for the podcast? I got nothing.
Let's move on.
Okay. Oh, I don't know if I've referenced this before, but I'm really bad at idioms. Like, really bad at them. And I blame it on the fact that my parents are foreign and, like, they're fluent in English. They know 3 languages, but you don't learn the idioms and you don't master them. And I often, like, conflate different idioms, like, mix 2 together when I'm looking for the one that I need.
That's an adorable quirk to me, that you're just not good at idioms.
Thank you. I know, because I'm good at words and, like, I'm good at speaking, I'm good at communicating, I'm good at describing what I'm feeling, but just, I can do it with real words, not with, like, little turns of phrase that are crazy. Okay, so the other day, I was looking for an idiom, and I couldn't figure it out, and I ended up saying, falling on my side with my sword in my side. I was looking for falling on my sword? Is that what it was?
With my sword.
And I was like, you know the one that's like, you're falling on your side, but there's a sword, and it's in your side.
That's cute.
And that's really it. I just thought that was cute and funny, and I want to be cute and funny. So
you are cute and funny.
I shared it.
That's what you are. I shared it.
shared it.
I self-reported that I'm cute and I'm funny.
Just an update. Still am.
My little sister was over here earlier, and she was also commenting that you're cute.
No way.
Yeah, she really did.
I was just talking about her because I was home with my mom, and she just got a puppy, Julia.
Julia just got a puppy.
Caroline's little sister just got a puppy.
Oh my god.
I, of course, showed my mom
it's obscene.
the pictures of this puppy.
It's obscene. It can't be allowed to live.
Oh my
It's obscene.
God.
First of all, it's even smaller in person than it looks in the photos.
I believe it. Because our dog...
It's ridiculous.
...was that small when Caitlin got him.
Yeah.
He was like 2 pounds.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
She is a breeze.
Yeah.
She's barely a breeze.
Oh, so cute.
Yeah.
So I was telling my mom that and showing her pictures and stuff, and we were reminiscing about when our dog was that small. He's still like 12 pounds. He's a really small dog.
Okay.
But, and then my mom was like, oh, I remember that Julia commented on this window that's above our kitchen sink.
Like as a child?
As a child. So
like a 5-year-old or
yes,
something?
Yes, literally.
Okay.
Like I hosted at my parents' house a pre-dinner before a dance that everybody came over, and like I think your mom came over to help my mom,
like a middle school
with some of
dance
the
or
setup, like winter ball, I think, like sophomore year of high school. And so Julia came with your mom, and commented that, oh, they have a window above their kitchen sink. That means they're rich.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
My mom remembered that, and I was like, that's so funny. And then I remember, and then it made me think about all the things that you thought when you were a kid meant, like, oh, they have it made.
That's so funny.
Like
also,
an ice machine in the fridge was like a big one when I was a kid. I was like, oh, when I have that, I'm going to be
for me, it was
made.
This is kind of still true for me, but I'm like, when I have a car with a butt seat heater.
I have one of those.
Those are millionaires.
Wow. I have one of those. What I don't have is actually what I think takes that up a notch, which is the ones that you can turn cold. They have those.
The fuck? Why would
they like blow a fan up your butt?
Why would anyone want an icy tush?
If you have a hot butt.
Never. It's always cold.
I do.
It's always cold.
Your butt's cold?
Yeah. The spoiler is that I do have a car with butt heaters.
Okay.
And
so she's a millionaire.
I'm a millionaire, I guess.
Surprise.
I was like, that's why I stopped in the middle of saying that. I was like, oh, I guess I've achieved my only lifelong dream.
Yeah, that's it.
But the seat heaters are on in the summer, even.
You're kidding.
I just like how it feels.
I feel like I generate the most heat from my butt. Like, it is a problem sleeping at night with my boyfriend because the heat, like if you're spooning,
right,
and the butt's generating so much heat. Yeah. I mean,
can I tell you something?
Yeah.
I was puppy sitting. Your face is so scared.
I don't know what you're gonna say.
It's bad, but not in the way you're expecting.
It's about my hot butt. What do you have to say?
Just fire ass to baking. No, I was puppy sitting yesterday, and I was so tired. First of all, just like getting no sleep. I'm just sleepy, and took a nap in the morning with the puppy. And woke up to the puppy's, like, hot breath. Okay, the video paused, but we're back now.
Hi.
Sometimes people write in, and they're like, I want your hot take on this, and then they give a very opinionated thing. And it's like, well, you already have an opinion, obviously.
Right.
I don't know how you could write in asking for a hot take on something you don't have any opinion on. You're probably annoyed by it, or you like it, or you love it, but sometimes I don't know. Maybe that's an annoying complaint of me.
Well, no, I get it, because if that is the way it comes in, then, like, we're immediately biased to either agree with you or disagree with you. Like, we're either like, oh, this person wrote in with their answer already. I'm annoyed by that. And then I want to disagree. Or we're like, they already fed me the answer. So then there's the joy of exploring what my hot take is gone.
Yes. You know? I think if you write in with a hot take, I want it to be kind of neutrally stated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so send us DMs with hot take at the front,
and then
because it'll make it easier for us to scroll.
And then a neutral observation of something you have witnessed in nature.
Yes, it's not your hot take, it's you want a hot take from us.
Yeah. My podcast.
Yeah, please. And then you could follow up if we talk about it in the episode. Happy to hear from you afterwards and say, did we get it right or not, based on your perspective on
I think
things.
we'll be able to tell based on the hot take.
Yeah, probably.
Like someone writes it and they're like, couples like clotheslining people by holding hands across the sidewalk. Like, we hate it.
Clotheslining.
Yeah, because they're like, you're holding hands and no one can walk by.
Oh, sure.
Yeah. So I want to do a hot takes only episode.
Okay. I'm pretty excited to...
No substance allowed.
Okay, don't look at me like that. I try to bring the stupidity. I have brought a lot of stupidity today.
No, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
You brought a lot of stupid.
Yeah, it's all fine.
You always bring stupidity. That wasn't a fucking...
Thank you.
That wasn't... The no substance allowed wasn't a dig at you.
I know you just looked at me, but I guess I'm the only person to look at.
The whole time I got a crick in my neck, girl. Yeah.
We have been really locking eyes, but it just feels... right.
Yeah.
I'm not going to look at the camera and talk to you. Is that what people do?
It never occurred to me to look at the camera. I was like, I can look at Jess or I can stare off into the distance.
I looked at it a couple times because I feel myself drifting, because I feel like I'm hot.
I can see you looking at the display. You need to look at the lens.
Oh, at the lens. Yeah, I haven't looked at that once. Hey, everybody.
You are hot. You are hot.
Thanks. No, but I feel temperature hot, so I keep scooting away because I don't want to emanate my heat on you.
I don't want to feel that ass.
Yeah, like the puppy ass.
Puppy ass.
Okay, let's see. I feel like I have a few more thoughts to tell you about.
I have a really funny quote to share.
Please.
This isn't going to be a long bit, but I just loved it. I referenced before this Nora Ephron documentary. And they shared, she was saying this like with a wink. But I still thought it was fucking hilarious. And she was talking about like failure. I think in some interview at some point, I think she had like a movie that flopped, and she was like, the truth is, I don't think you really learn anything from failure. All I think you learn from failure, honest to gosh, is that it's entirely possible you could have another one.
Wow.
And I just thought, I mean, she's a hilarious person, so she was obviously saying it like, I don't think she actually believes you don't learn anything from failure, but it was just such a funny thing, I felt like, to shit on. Everyone's like, you keep learning from failure, you keep learning. She's like, I don't think you learn anything from it. You just learn that it's possible.
It's possible, and
to
it
fail
will keep
more
happening
in your future. Yeah. I loved it.
I
loved it
really
so much.
like that. I got goosebumps. I don't know if she meant for it to be that deep, but it did something to me.
I feel like that was so much with her, is that it was like all at once ridiculous and hilarious and true.
Like thought-provoking, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
That's my
Wait, should
quote.
I watch that? I feel like I've been hearing people talk about it.
I loved it.
Yeah.
I really loved it. Yeah, it was called Everything is Copy.
Right.
Which basically is the same as, I think today's version would be Everything is Content.
Yeah.
And it basically, copy is like what you call the sides or whatever of the script for a movie or whatever. And I think both her parents were screenwriters, which I didn't know. And so she was raised, Everything is Copy is something that her mother, also a screenwriter, used to say to her when she would have an embarrassing incident in middle school, and like, you slip and you fell and like all the kids made fun of you. That sucks. But then you put it in the script, and now it's in the script, and now it's your power, and now you own it. Everything is copy. Even the terrible stuff, which she did, they went into that so much. I mean, they titled the film that way, I guess, because she pulled from her life so much in a way that like burned a lot of relationships and pissed a lot of people off.
Yeah.
And like nothing was off limits. You'd think, I always thought I didn't know much about Nora Ephron, except they're like, oh, love her movies. They're cute. They're fun. They're romantic. They're silly. But she was like kind of vicious in a way. The people they were interviewing, they're just like, Nora was tough. Like, they loved her. But that's not what I expected people to say.
Yeah, not at all.
It was super interesting.
Oh, I like it.
And made me love her more. It wasn't negative in any way,
Yeah.
but it was just like a fuller person. And it was super interesting as to hear as someone who also makes stuff based on their life. And it's a constant battle of like, what can I use and what can I not use?
Yeah, wow, that's so relevant. I feel like we're always having those conversations, and they will only grow.
Yeah.
I'll definitely watch it. I've heard a lot about it.
I think it was on HBO, maybe.
Okay. I've been watching a lot of things on Apple TV lately. Do you watch Ted Lasso?
No, I have a hot take.
Okay. Go ahead.
You love it.
Yes, and.
I don't think it's funny at all. I hate Ted Lasso.
How much of it have you watched?
Enough. I also hate Jason Sudeikis. This was something I texted to the guy I'm seeing apropos of nothing this week. It just like, I was thinking about how much I hate Jason Sudeikis and I hate Ted Lasso. I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's not my religion. Some people,
yes.
White men want to make it their everything. They're like, finally, a white man has a personality.
Doesn't
like
even.
a mustache from Kansas.
It's so two-dimensional. Listen, let this be a moment for the listeners to see that I can really hate something that Jess maybe loves, and it doesn't mean that I think less of her or changes anything.
Yeah, please.
So I hate stuff you guys like all the time, but yeah, I absolutely, like, I hate it so much. I think it's so unfunny that I went out of my way to text it to this guy. We were not mid-conversation. It did not come up. It was just the middle of the day, and I was like, I need you to know, I think Jason Sudeikis is an asshole, and I hate Ted Lasso, and it's not funny.
Why do you think he's an asshole? Is there, like, something backing that up, or it's just a feeling?
Nothing backing it up. It's a really unfair judgment.
That's fine. I have those judgments all the time.
But I feel it really strongly. I think I think I have these judgments pretty sharply because I've known so many actors that I feel like I've learned how an asshole male actor, what that personality often translates to on screen, because they look very different. And there's people you can love the character so much and they're such an ass in real life. All that to say, I do not know Jason Sudeikis, and it's a really unfair thing to say.
Sure.
But I think he's an ass, and I hate him, and I hate the show.
Okay. Let me say my thoughts. This honestly doesn't surprise me as I, like, hear you talk about it. You know, I'm like, okay, yeah, that tracks for her. Ted Lasso is the least interesting and my least favorite character on the show. Like, the show is named after him, and that's kind of a misnomer as far as I'm concerned, because everyone else is far more interesting. He's a important, pivotal character in the show, obviously, but, like, everybody else is far more interesting. I liked the first season. Everyone was obsessed with the first season.
Okay, so I haven't watched beyond the first season, so maybe that's...
Listen to this.
Okay.
The first season was fine. I was like, okay, it's cute. I get why some people like it. I'm not obsessed. I guess I'll keep watching because I need content to consume because I'm an animal.
It was like end of COVID.
Yeah,
you needed to watch something.
I'm thirsty for it.
Right.
They came out with the second season.
Well, that was a burp. That was too gross. I have to delete that immediately.
Okay.
1 done. That was disgusting.
They came out with the second season, and that's when I became obsessed with the show because they brought in way more of an element around mental health, specifically men's mental health, specifically the fact that men often don't explore what's going on with them and don't go to therapy and don't get help and don't talk about it and like push it down and push it down. They really explored that starting in the second season. They brought in a character who was an amazing character, a therapist who like saw everybody, all the guys on the team and the coach and whatever. And it really made it way more interesting and like kind of beautiful to me.
Nice. That is a cool topic. I appreciate the
Yes.
I
Yes.
appreciate it.
And then, anyway, the show just finished.
But did that make it funny? Like, it's not, that doesn't sound like a
No,
comedy.
I'm not laughing out loud at it. But I'm, like, chuckling and smiling and being like, I'm glad they're exploring this.
Okay.
You know
okay,
what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
Yeah. It's not, like, a hilarious show. Definitely, as far as I'm concerned.
I think the way a lot of people talk about it, like, they think it's a hilarious show.
Yeah. I don't think that.
It's not an opinion. It's objectively not.
I think that it's just cute. I think it's a cute show some like insightful tidbits.
Yes. And I think my problem, why I'm an ass about it, is because I just don't think I really watch cute shows. I take time to watch things very rarely, and it's like, it has to be hilarious or it's very dark.
Yeah.
So I think it's just like a category. It's like the same reason that I think fucking baseball is a bad show. It's like, it's just not something I'm interested in.
It is a bad show. That's probably one of the worst shows I've ever seen.
Have you ever watched the show Baseball?
Have you ever watched the show? Sometimes they do live shows, and that's better because there's hot dogs, but that's all that I could come up with. Yeah, I don't disagree. Have you heard of the show Jury Duty? No. That's a new show that is hilarious and fascinating.
Ew.
And you should watch it.
Okay.
I would be interested in your take on that. We can circle back at another time.
Let's
once
circle
you watch
back.
it.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay, those are my shows. Those are my thoughts.
Should we wrap it the fuck up?
We probably should. Abby's texting us to go put on our pants.
This
and go
stupid
to dinner.
bitch put on your pants. I don't think I'm gonna be putting on pants, am I? Are you gonna be changing?
I wanted to see what you were gonna do. We'll talk about it.
I think I'm gonna stay in my sundress.
Okay, then maybe I'll stay in my pink. Okay. Is there anything else to say?
Nah, dog.
Nah.
Nah, dog. You've been raw dogging it with Jess and Caroline on Not For Everyone. You can find us on Instagram, Not For Everyone Pod. I'm on YouTube under Caroline Winkler. Bitch, you see me. And Jess is on Instagram under Jay-Z DeBakey.
That's me.
She be goofing. She be max goofing over there.
I am really having a time over there.
Yeah.
If you engage with my stories, you are blessed. That's what I'll say.
But I said you were max goofing like...
Oh, Max Goof!
Like the teen. Like
It went right over my head.
The teenage cartoon
The teenage cartoon
dog
sexy man.
that you want to kiss.
I do.
Yeah. This episode has been edited by our editor, Abby Newhouse, the prince, that we're going to go see this evening.
Wee.
And we really, never get a kiss all together. So we're all going to kiss together.
Three-way time.
Three-way kiss house.
Then we'll come back to the bunny rabbit vibrator and we'll just have a nice evening. That's it.
What else? Is that it?
That's it. That's fucking it. That's fucking it.
Bye,
I'm sorry
dolls.
you had to listen to this.
Yeah,
Bye.
we're sorry. Okay. Okay, should we do this thumbnail real quick before you forget? I think that's it.
That was it.
Wait, actually, let's laugh.
Okay.
That's the dumbest thing. I'm putting that in the video. I'm putting that in the video. You didn't
I'm
even
trying
bat
to
an eye.
lean
You're
in.
just like, hey.
I know how it works. I know how fucking YouTube works.
Yeah.